What's up, y'all? Dave Cuts here with another video, and today I'm gonna show you guys my response to the detachable clipper challenge. So my man Tito Cuts challenged me to an all detachable challenge. If you don't know, instead of using the adjustable clipper with the lever on the side and switching out guards, this is actually one clipper where you switch out different blades, and the metal blades are all different sizes. So it's the same principle. You follow the blades up and follow the steps, and you should be able to create a fade. This was not easy for me, you guys. This is the first time I've ever done a haircut with only detachables. I've done like maybe a #1 fade with detachables, but never from the skin. So this was not easy, but we got it done. So I'm gonna show you guys the video right now. All right, so right now I'm knocking all the hair down with the 1.5 blade going with the grain. Now, like I said, this is the first time I've ever done a haircut with all detachables. So a lot of this is gonna be trial and error, and you guys are gonna see how I go through that, because this 1.5 blade is actually too long with the grain. So eventually you'll see me go against the grain, which actually makes it a lot easier. It's a lot easier fading to a 1.5 than it is fading to like whatever this is, like a 2. So you can see me right here going against the grain, and you see how it made everything a lot smoother, a lot lighter. My client wants a high fade. You can see he's got the braids up top. So we try to keep everything nice and tight on the side normally. So that's why I went against the grain with the 1.5. And I've got the hair on top clipped up, but I am trying to be careful not to obviously run into the braids. Just trying to, stop right there where the line is. Now this is gonna be a 5-0 blade. So like I said, it's gonna be a high fade. So I'm completely knocked off the C cup. I started this bald line right at the bottom of the vertical bar. And this 5-0 blade is pretty much equivalent to your trimmer. And now I'm switching to the 000, which is probably equivalent to your blade closed. And I'm gonna show you guys on the bottom of the screen the different blade lengths that I'm using. So it's gonna go 5-0, 000, 0A, and then the next one's gonna be your #1 blade. Now your #1 blade, the blade sizes are gonna be a little bit different. The #1 blade is really equivalent to like your no guard with the blade all the way open. And what I'm doing is I'm just working up step by step. So I'm just pushing it a little bit higher with each guard with each blade that I put on there. I'm just pushing the line a little bit higher, hoping to create that transition. So that was just the 1A blade. And your 1A blade is pretty much the equivalent to like a 1 guard closed. And now I believe here I drop down a little bit just to clean it up, because there's no lever, so you can't really adjust the lengths while you're in there, make it a little bit shorter to kind of take out the darkness. You have to really work with what is on the clipper. So this was not easy. I tried to use a little bit of corner work to take out the dark spots. And you guys are gonna see at the end what the finished result is. I was kind of happy with the finished result, but getting there was no joke, especially on this side, because this was the first side that I did. So this is where a lot of the trial and error was. And then on the other side, I was able to get through it a little bit smoother. And you want to make sure as you're going through that you're brushing or combing the hair, especially with these detachable blades, because you don't want it to kind of like push the hair out the way, and then you can't really see, what your fade is looking like. You want to be able to you know, like they call it brush one, fade one. You know what I mean? Use the clipper for 2 strokes and then brush for 2 strokes. Use the clipper for 2 strokes and then brush for 2 strokes, or however, whatever's comfortable with you. And you see right back there behind the ear where the mastoid bone, like right above where the mastoid bone is, it was like kind of dark anyway in that spot, so I had to spend a little bit of extra time working on that. And then I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. So 5-0, 000, 0A, number 1, 1A, 1.5. Those are the steps. I'm literally just following the blades up. And like I said, I don't know if it's maybe the way his hair grows or what, but this side definitely was a little bit easier to bring together than the other side. You see, we're pretty much getting there on this side. Like it's really coming together. And now I believe that's the 1A blade. I'm knocking down the front so that I'll be able to line it up later. And now we're jumping to the back. I like to fade in 3 sections. I like to fade one side of the head, the other side of the head, and then the back of the head, because that just allows me to stay focused on the area that's in front of me. If I was spinning him around and trying to cut the entire, head at the same time, I'd probably lose my spot, lose where I'm at. I wouldn't be able to really stay focused. So that's why I like to fade in 3 sections. If you guys are having trouble with your fades, I would recommend that you try that. Try fading one side, the other side, and then the back. Now I'm using my trimmer to knock off all the bulk that's at the bottom. Now this client doesn't like the shaver on his head. It irritates his skin, so we're just gonna go with the trimmer at the bottom and knock everything off. And especially if the client doesn't want to use the shaver, you want to make sure that you're pretty thorough when you use the trimmer to get all this hair, because obviously you're not going to follow it up with the shaver. So you need to make sure that it still looks totally bald, Right now I'm standing outside the shop recording, so if you guys hear any noise in the background, that's a bunch of kids in the background playing. So now I'm using the liquid razor kind of spray to lay down the hairline, just so that when I do line him up, it's nice and crisp. It holds the hair in place. Blow some air on it to dry it off. Now let's get to the lineup. Now what I'm trying to do with this lineup is not go obviously too far back. I want to just, you know, cut the hair right where the follicle is. But if there's some points in the hairline that's a little higher than others, that's where I'm going to start. I'm not going to start at the low point in the hairline and then he has a gap. I want to start at the high point and cut the rest off. I think that looks pretty clean if I do say so myself. You don't want to press too hard, otherwise you probably irritate the skin, so just kind of tap and go. That's why your tools need to be set properly. If your tools are set like you're scared, then you're gonna have to press really hard and it's probably gonna irritate the skin. But if your tools is set to where they hit like Tyson in the first, then you don't have to press so hard. And I am gonna add color enhancement to this haircut. Normally we don't do color enhancement, but I asked my client for the sake of the YouTube video if I could throw some color on there. And I'm using the Sean Cuts Hair clutch card from Tune 45. I'm also using No Drip, the best color enhancement product in the world. And we're just kind of darkening up the line that's already there. You guys see, I'm not fixing anything. All I'm doing is filling in light spots. That's it. Because that line was just as sharp before I added color as it is now. And there's the finished product. I hope you guys enjoy the cut. Hope you guys learned something. Tito, you thought I was playing with this detachable challenge. Here we go. High skin fade, all detachables with a sharp lineup. That's clean, y'all. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If y'all did, please like, comment, subscribe, hit the share button, send it to somebody who you think might enjoy the video, and I will see y'all next time. Peace.